Hello and welcome to a new year at Organic Edible Garden. And boy is the summer hot. We're going to look this week at planting an insectary to increase the beneficial insects in the garden. We're going to complete the harvest of our early potatoes and prepare our garlic we pulled up before Christmas, ready for storage. I believe planting flowers and beneficial plants in a vegetable garden is absolutely important for any organic grower. In this case, this bed was the old garlic bed. The soil wasn't great, but there was a space and we're going to plant flowers all the way through. The soil was depleted by the garlic and I didn't want to put another vegetable crop in, and so flowers were the natural choice. When planting an insectary, it's important to choose the right type of flowers. You want flowers with a lot of pollen and nectar. This will attract the beneficial insects to the garden. In this case, I've got things like zinnias, marigolds, cosmos and salvias. Even though these are the best flowers for the garden, it doesn't really matter. Any type of flower you can add to the garden will only be beneficial. It's really important to have beneficial plants flowering all year in your garden. Even though these are just coming on, the ones we planted around our tomatoes are in full bloom now. And the old insectary on the other side is finishing shortly, and I'll rip that out. I'll then plant that again in autumn to flower over the winter period. By having flowers all year in the garden, you keep your beneficial population up. You need your hoverflies, your lacewings, all the beneficial parasitic wasps in your garden, and they will take care of your bad bugs. In the days of our grandparents and great-grandparents, flowers were always grown with our vegetables. They understood the relationship between the two. 40 or 50 years ago, we changed and we started to grow just vegetables because we had the chemicals to spray to get rid of the bad bugs. Then about 20 years ago, we had a love affair with flowers and cottage gardens because we could buy our vegetables even cheaper in the supermarkets. Yet today, we now understand the relationship between the flowers and the vegetables for organic gardening. They work hand in hand. We've had a really good crop of potatoes over the summer period. The leaves are now dying down, but because these aren't storage potatoes, what happens is we can leave them in the ground until we're ready to use them. When digging up the potatoes, I like to use a fork or my hand. I don't want to cut through the potatoes. If your ground is nice and soft, doing it by hand is just as easy. The first thing I'll do is I'll pull some of the plants out and shake off some of the potatoes. Now my soil is nice and soft, so I'm just going to dig the rest out by hand. When digging up your potato, make sure that you don't eat your mother potato. It'll be the darker one with the shriveled skin. We'll throw that one away. Also, with the potatoes, now that they're dug up, we want to get them out of the full sunlight. We don't want their skin to go green. The garlic that we harvested in mid-December has been hanging up for about 4 or 5 weeks. It's all dried and now it's ready to prepare so we can store it. It's important when you get your garlic that we chop all the roots off and then we chop it off with a little bit of a stem on top. That can now be stored. Because we don't put any anti-sprouting powder on our garlic, they'll keep for about 5 to 6 months with no problem. but after that they'll probably start sprouting. The biggest ones here we'll use probably in another 10 to 12 weeks and we'll plant again in the ground.